All right, let's look at the new Inside Star Citizen Review intro that Anarchy has actually put together here. Now, Pepe, you said you've helped Anarchy on the back end of this with the editing on DaVinci. Okay, so what am I supposed to expect here? I got to make this super professional sliding into this transition. What should I do? Okay. So Anarchy did the first half, and you did the last half. All right, Pepe throwing some work here in DaVinci Editor. Let's see what Pepe did on the end of this. I know Anarchy worked on the beginning of this. Let's see here what we got, guys. We're going to have a talk after the show, Pepe. We're going to have a talk after the show. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Inside Star Citizen Review. Yes, tonight we are going to be discussing the project, the journey, the dream. Now, here's our new setup. If you guys like that, I'm glad that you do. You voted on it, so you should like it. If you don't like it, well, you should have got in on that vote. That's democracy. You were too late. All right. I saw this hit, and I was very excited because I'm a big Alien fan. I love aliens. Down with humans. I mean, like, really, most of us inside, we all know we're fucked up. We all know what's going to happen. We all know. And so we say, hey, let's love aliens. And Alien Week, that's the vibe I get with Alien Week. Alien ships. I got to say, Xi'an, what's your favorite alien species in Star Citizen? I kind of am going Xi'an because I understand why Myst took Xi'an design. And yeah, if you like Prowler, you like Tavarin. So Limitless is saying Tavarin. Like, what are your guys' favorite alien species? The Kurthak, the famous, infamous Kurthak that was created by Wingman Hangar. What was the guy on Wingman's Hangar? I used to watch that all the time. And he actually was the dude that thought of the Kurthak, and then they kind of X'd out the Kurthak. So very good knowledge, Trip. How bringing out the old lore. Can we get an amen for Trip?
Yes, sir.
Woo! Trip bringing out some old school veteran lore right there with the Kurthak. There's probably 90% of people that don't even know what the Kurthak are in this room. Who am I talking about? These are my fans. They're all the 10% that know. Can I get an amen? You know who Kurthak is. All right, I'm going to have to say Xi'an, though. I'm going to have Vandal give me the Cylon vibes. Banu, very peaceful, but too tree, earthy kind of thing for me going on there. I'm not down with the Banu, although some of the designs are great and the overlays on ships, like the Defender, is pristine. Very nice. I like that, but I'm not picking Banu. I'm going to say Xi'an, Vandal, Banu, in that order. So that's my alien order. I want to check this out. Big Banu girl, but you got to love the big Banu girls. That's right, Tripal.
Are you tired of the pain of the drudgery of the boring ship? Are you waiting for your lucky day? Well, hello, lucky humans. It's us, your average friendly Banu Suli, specializing and excelling mightily in procuring and selling of many great and amazing ships. So many good ships from alien worlds, suitable for humans. Don't go there. We'll bring them to you. Comfy human seat. Not native human, probably. Humans love breathing. Our ship's full of atmosphere. Great for breathing. Your next great ship is waiting. We have it. It's right here. Come on down. Today, voted friendliest Suli. 3 years subsequent.
Deviant
4 commercial chamber.
Dudes, that Car2 Owl's where it's at. I've always loved the Car2 Owl. Those steps that come down. That's why I say Xi'an. Like, Xi'an's over the top. It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles combined with like some of the best tech that you've ever seen in your life. It's kind of why I'm going Xi'an on that. So that was a cool commercial. Made me laugh. Wanted to get that before we get into this episode of Inside Star Citizen Review. Let's go. Let's do it, Pepe.
Hey everyone, it's Alien Week, that yearly celebration of all things Vandal, Tavarin, Xi'an, and Banu.
Don't forget to say Kurthak. Don't forget to say Kurthak. Don't forget to say Kurthak.
Oh my God, that is so good. That is so good. That is so good. Bless him for doing that.
And to celebrate here on the
What's up,
ISC...
DY? What's up, DY? I told you, Pepe, to change that alert. Pepe does this just to get at me. I do not sound like that, Pepe. I do not. Thank you, DY. Thank you for that resubscription. 45 months like a boss.
Yes, you're not gonna hate me. Yes.
I see you, bro. I see you.
We thought we'd check in with members of the ship team currently working on the latest Xi'an fighter, the Santok-yai. Santok-yai.
Come on.
It's pronounced just like it's spelled. But because we just got off 2 weeks of ship segments with Invictus just a few weeks ago, I figured we'd do things a little different this week and call vehicle art director Elwin Batchelor Jr. and lead designer Stephen Hosmer directly in a special Calling All Devs edition of Inside Star Citizen. Because that's just how I roll sometimes. Now, I understand we already have them on the line? Yes? Great. So, Elwin, Hosmer, why don't you give us an update on where we're currently at with the Santok-yai?
Real talk, we just failed our gray box review. That's real talk for you.
So where we're at with the Santok-yai right now is we just went through our review gate for gray box, which we failed. And it's not catastrophic. The main reason for that is because we haven't quite figured out how we're going to be doing and designing the cockpit
I like that
dashboard
they're
yet.
honest. Yeah, I do.
All of the exterior has been
People are gonna
basically
flame
gray
it,
box
though.
modeled
People are gonna get
out.
so
We
mad.
have the majority of the animations finished. I'm actually currently repolishing the landing animation and in-flight animation and a couple of other really cool things that we haven't shown before.
Big fan of this one.
But yeah, the bulk of the geometry's been modeled out, and we're about to get ready to start doing material work and palms and all that good stuff to make it look beautiful. But
think it looks pretty
unfortunately, we
sexy,
can't quite move on to
personally.
that stage yet until we really nail down what it is that we're going to be doing with the dashboard.
I mean, that's part of the process. We want to make sure that everything is.
By the way, positives here right now that they're doing this. This is what I want to see with server meshing. This is what I want to see them talk about with Quanta. This is kind of like the real talk that we all need right now. You can feel it, man. I see it in my numbers. I see Star Citizen views kind of drop. I see it kind of diminish a little bit. It makes me sad, but I've seen like 3 or 4 cycles of it. So to me, it's dirt off my shoulder. I've been through this a bajillion times, but it's nice that they do this because I feel like this is the connection that is so important between the gamer and the developer. and this channel, I've always tried to be super rational and think of things both from the developer side, how they're seeing things, and the gamer side. I really have had that as my mission here on DG360 for over 2 years. Like I just kind of said, you know what? I need to hit this from both sides of the fence here so that like I'm being as rational and positive as I can and still critiquing it where it needs critiqued and being real about things. This is what we need. This is what we need more of.
Dotted and crossed. What's the expression? I don't know.
You mean cross your eyes and dot your T's.
Cross your T's, dot your I's. There you go. We want to cross our T's and dot our I's.
Get going.
I need to run this back a bit. Tell us that failing gray box is a semi-normal thing.
It isn't the most common thing that happens. I would say it happens less than 50% of the time. I don't have exact metrics for that, but in this case, it's just there's a lot going on right now that we're working on in the background, and we weren't able to get the level of support that we were hoping to get in order to really iron out the plans for this specific asset. But it happens from time to time. We know exactly why it failed. Everything else on the ship works. This is just one very specific issue that we have to deal with.
Oh, we fail them all the time. Basically, there's something that's always just, needs to get fixed or pointed out. And what we do usually is we'll, afterwards, we'll post videos, post screenshots, and be like, hey, here's this thing that was wrong. We fixed it. Can we pass now? Do we have to have another meeting? We might have to have it run through it again. But usually it's just so minor things.
Man, this is exactly what 100%.
I want. Yeah, I mean, and we almost got the pass, but it's just there's too many unknowns from a visual standpoint to really move forward in a comfortable way. So it worked. The review gate worked. It blocked us from putting in something that's unfinished, basically. But we tried. We should have probably rescheduled it because we knew that was going to be missing and there was no way we would have the time to get it in on time. But hey, man, sometimes you got to see what you can get away with and realize you can't, and then go back to the drawing board.
Don't say drawing board.
Well, it's not the drawing board. That's true. We're not going back to the drawing board, but we do have quite a bit of design work that we have to establish. What will be cool, though, is we do have a few ideas already for what we want to do. Hopefully, it doesn't take us more than a week and a half to establish the direction, and then another week and a half after that to like actually actualize the asset. But it'll be nice because this will then establish the look and feel for ALLUMNI specifically, right? Because we do have different manufacturers, even within the Alien lines. And so we want to make sure that we differentiate ALLUMNI. So that would be the Scout, now the Santok-yāI, and any future ALLUMNI ships from any other Xi'an manufacturers that we might be working on. So this will help us establish that look and feel for the dashboard specifically, and we will want to retroactively then add that to the Scout as well.
Name another company that casually discusses failing internal reviews.
What's
Go
up,
ahead.
Odysseus?
I'll wait.
And Milk,
Assuming,
what's
of
going
course,
on? Long time no
this
see, bro.
episode even airs. At least it's honest.
It's always awkward. Every single time.
So, besides having to figure out a new dashboard, I assume everything else is going well? What do you like so far about the Santok-yāI?
I like the aesthetics.
Yeah, dude. Who
And
doesn't love the aesthetics,
the way
man?
that we've
Xi'an
kind of
ships
made
are
the
where
wings
it's
and
at,
the,
dude. I've
the
always
thrusters
loved Xi'an
work
design.
because the
So I missed-
thrusters
so I missed
with
had to
the
have.
Fury, we actually got working thrusters where they actually spin forward and they retro with the actual main thrusters. So I was getting to mess around with the thrusters and how they worked and tuning them and trying to figure out how far can I take this? Can I make them go every single angle under the sun, or should I be restricting it? Should I change it so when it's in landed mode and it's in the more compact mode, should they still be able to
I love
go
ships
in
to
every
transform.
sort
I'm all
of
about
direction,
that.
or
I'm all about ships
should
to
I restrict
transform,
that
man.
more?
Ever
So
since
I was
I
just
was a
like getting
kid.
to mess around with that was pretty fun for me.
The more
I
moving
think
parts, the better.
the thing that I'm having the most fun with at the moment is how far we're really pushing the anti-grav tech that Xi'an have. So that's a common thing. That's going to be a common feature across all Xi'an ships, regardless of manufacturer. We've sort of identified that as a core pillar of Xi'an technology. And so
They should be
regardless of
superior in
manufacturer,
some way,
they will all
man,
have
style.
that.
I would agree in certain aspects. Every alien
And then there's a
has
couple of
its
other
own
things that we
history
need some
and
engineering support to do,
progression in
but
technology.
will really sort of bring the asset to
Pavard
life
being
in
a
an
favorite of
interesting
mine
way.
as well.
We're hoping to get a lot more movement on the wings as the ship kind of moves around.
That's
so just
sexy.
the basic idea of
That's just
making the
sexy. I
vehicle
love all
feel
those.
like a living, breathing creature as a whole. That's the thing that's like super fun. But it's hard, man. You know, we need a lot of support to
course
get
it's
that
hard.
working. And if we can get it done, though, I think...
This is real work, by the way, people. You know, like this is real work being done by real people designing these things. It's not easy as it, you know, everything. We just assume on the gamer side of things, it's just like, you know, these guys are making ships that literally you can move around in a 360-degree field, and the ships are literally fucking transforming in front of your eyes. You know what I'm saying? This is not like one of the easiest things to do.
ALLUMNI is going to be a very unique manufacturer because I think it's going to feel very different than everything else we have. Also, there's a lot of times there are things that I think are very easy to do, and then I'll speak to an engineer and they're like, actually, that's fundamentally different than the way ships work. And I'm like, oh, crap. Okay, well, I guess I got to figure out another way to do it.
What are you saying,
The most fun part, honestly, about the Santok-yāI, just in general, is we are trying a lot of new things. So
I can't take
we're
my eyes
stepping
off
into
it,
areas that
fingers.
we haven't done before. And so there's a lot of risk involved with failing, essentially, where it's
crude.
like, okay, we might try something and either it doesn't turn out well, or internally people don't like the way it looks, or we
What would
can't
your wife
actually
say,
do it. Like,
fingers?
there's so many of those questions at every turn with the Santok-yāI, but we've been creeping forward, and overall the asset is looking awesome. I'm just hoping we can cross that finish line to like the full vision that I have.
I believe in you, Elwin.
I know,
Thanks for your
it's
time.
crazy, right, man? Style. They're all aging
So yeah,
fast.
that's a look.
They're all aging, man. Like it's really crazy. Like they all like had not as this much gray going on, man. You know what I mean? Like it is pretty crazy.
At the current progress of the Santok-yāI working its way through the ship pipeline for an intended release later this year. And while we've got the ship team on the phone, let's see if we can get an update on a ship that's finally making its long-awaited debut in the upcoming Alpha 320, the Hull C from Musashi Industrial. Hey, John Crew, are you there?
Hello.
How you doing, man?
I'm good,
John
thanks.
Crew
How are
that
you?
close to me would scare me a
The
little
Hull
bit.
C.
Yep.
This thing's been in development for a while. What's been going on, man?
Well, how long have you got?
Try to keep it under 2 minutes.
Okay. Hull C, for those that don't know, is like the big 18-wheeler of the Star Citizen universe, designed for transporting bulk cargo around the stations and between solar systems. We started it, I want to say 5+ years ago. We got so far on the art and design side, probably early grey box.
I just love seeing this, man. This is a dream come
and
true,
then
dude. This
the sheer amount of technical challenges with the ship became apparent. We put a pause to it.
I was going to say a decade,
we'll come back.
But
the teams that need to help
initial
us
design
have more
was
important
when?
things to do at
What year
that point
did
in
the
time. There was,
design come out?
Object container streaming
It
going
was an
on.
early
So
design.
that's
I
more
believe it was
important.
an early
We'll sort that
design.
out. We'll come back to it. And
So
the last year or so,
looks so
we've come back to it and had to deal with all those big technical challenges.
Yeah, right? It's
And
2013. It was
how's it doing
very
today?
beginning, I think.
What can folks expect?
God, I love this.
You can
I
expect
love
the
this.
ship working as we intended it to be when it was concepted. So it's quite a unique ship in the game. There's a lot of moving parts literally on it and some tech in there that you've never seen before in any ships. So primarily the hurdles revolved around that central spindle section that you can walk through whilst it's doing those animated states. We've essentially got 2 parts of the ship that move independent, or
sexy.
They're animated together, but they're independent parts of the ship.
Sexy.
And a new way of loading cargo into the ship.
I want to talk to you about
That's
that. So
value-added
one of the
gameplay.
big questions since this thing was first introduced is how the cargo loading and
still don't
unloading is
understand,
going to
Pepe.
work in Alpha 320. Who can tell us about that?
I think we could probably get Chris Hanks on the line. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Sharon. Excuse me. Hi.
I like
Hi,
the
Chris
jokes.
Hanks.
I like
Hi,
the
Jared.
jokes.
So how does cargo work for the Hull C in Alpha 320?
So in
Oh,
Alpha
right,
320,
Stunner, right?
the Hull
Futz,
C
you liking
behaves
this
as we
haul,
expect
dude?
it to.
Futz is liking
when
it.
it's
He's a big
extended, when
rig
its
driver.
cargo arms are out, it can't land. So it can't take
I bet
cargo in
Futz
the
loves this.
normal sense that any other ship that takes cargo does while it's landed. So you go to your cargo terminal, you buy as much cargo as you want, you send it to the Hull C, but the system recognizes that
Bring
it can't
them to
spawn
us.
the cargo while the ship is landed. So you get in your ship, you fly it out of the hangar, and then contact ACC again. That is when the ship realizes, oh, I'm out of the landing zone now, I'm ready to take some cargo. So you extend it, contact the ATC, and the cargo will spawn on your ship then.
Does this thing fit in any hangars?
While it's collapsed, it'll fit in the large spec hangars. When it's extended, it doesn't fit in any hangar we have at the moment.
The physics.
You can dock it, though.
It can be docked at any station.
Has anybody tried to dock it when it's fully extended?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
mean,
What's up, Daily
you would
Noob?
hit the...
What's going on in here? Bringing in them Vikings. What's up? Daily Noob bringing in 12 viewers. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. Like a boss. Like a boss. Thank you. Welcome to the fam. It's my mom, Mama Games, and my daughter Zoe. Do a little dance for you. That's just disturbing. Don't be careful what you're thinking there. Grab your chicken suit. What's up? That's an interesting name. I'll call you Quadruple Zero. Thank you, Quadruple Zero. Appreciate you. Oh, laughers. Everybody that's watching on YouTube, this is going to YouTube, just take a breath now or just skip a little bit forward. Don't get angry. These people are coming in. We're saying hello. This is a live show, remember? And it's polite to do this. And this is what you do with people when they come in. Thanks, Futz. Her, dropping the big rig, getting the haul. Very excited about this. Very excited about the haul. Been waiting a long time. Wookstree's like, you watch, you sit down. That's right. Wookstree's got the power right there. He's literally telling you to sit down and you must watch. Thank you. Thank you, Wooks. Oh, Hawthorne 87. Come on in, dude. Come on in. Who else is over there? Who else is behind this thing? What's going on? What's going on? Hi. Uh-oh, somebody just clicked away. Well, we didn't like them anyway. All right, let's go.
You would hit the extent of the cargo long before your landing gear touched the ground. it would not be pretty. Well, I mean, somebody will have done it, and it will have been a magnificent explosion, but I wouldn't recommend it.
All right, so we've been looking at images of the new Hull C. It looks fantastic. Which one of you is going to talk about how it looks?
Probably Ben.
You don't have Ben back here, do you?
Hello.
Take a seat, Ben.
Hello, Jared. How are you?
I love this new set.
There's no way
it's
they're
so
letting me
cool.
do
The new
this
set's great.
ever again. Ben, talk us through
Good
it.
for
The Hull
stuff
C
like
looks
this.
great. It's been a while getting there.
This is gonna be old school.
Yeah, so as
vibes.
John
Everybody
mentioned,
sits
it's been
at
in
the
development
bar.
for a while. We kind of stepped on it and stepped off it, depending on what tech we needed.
This is very refreshing.
I think, in our game we talk a lot about kind of gold standard, but really with the Hull C, it's kind of like current standard. So what we want to do is make sure that when we release the ship visually, it ticked all of our kind of current processes, and it kind of really was on par with everything else that we put out.
That
now
style
compared
we
to
all
where
know.
it was kind of back in the day.
But in a large
I think some of the
package.
Other kind of updates we've
Not
had to do to kind of maintain
Pepe.
it over the years is just the kind of like the simple things like we now have a lot more interaction in the ships, which we never had back when it was first started. So making sure all the panels are accessible and open and close and animate, making sure the dashboard's all interactive and all those fun things that everyone's used to now.
What are some of your favorite parts? What are things that people should look out for visually?
I think, to be honest, the ship is a very industrial ship, and it really kind of feels that way. There's some like little things that I just love.
Your mind's
like
at the gutter with Pepe
the main
Odysseus.
kind of airlock entrance into the ship feels really big and chunky and strong, which I think is needed on something so industrial. And that kind of industrial language kind of flows throughout the ship.
I think so, Mad
my
Sal.
kind of main favourite place is engineering in the rear. The whole rear of the ship is
engineering's
kind of
in the rear,
dedicated
Mad
to
Sal. Definitely
really
need it.
encompassing that idea that you are on a big workhorse.
Don't make me play
there's
the
big
intro
engines, there's
again.
massive pipes. It feels really kind of like nice and moody and a little bit dangerous. And I think that's kind of really helps
Wow,
sell
3 floors of engineering.
what's going on the outside of the ship,
Crazy.
but inside.
Well, that all sounds great. So, what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that the Santok-yai is still making its way through the ship pipeline for an intended release later this year. What are you doing?
What are they doing?
That the Hull C looks great, and it's intended to arrive in the upcoming Alpha 320 with modified cargo loading and unloading. That inviting people into your ship and calling people for an interview less than an hour after they fail their go-no-go
Are they
is
looking
either
for the
best
liquor?
thing or the worst thing that you can do, depending on your
There's
point of view.
literally nothing
And that
in
it's
the
Alien Week,
bar.
and you should check out the RobertSpaceIndustries.com website and socials for all the various promotions,
These guys
activities,
need a
and
drink, for
contests
God's
that
sake.
usually go along with it. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm
Come
Jared
on,
Huckabee
Jared.
with Chris,
Jared,
John,
you're
and
representing
Ben.
America.
Thanks for exploring the
Come on.
process of game development with us.
Gotta
We'll
have
see you
a
all
drink.
here next week. Almost certainly back to the regular format.
I like that. That was very honest and refreshing. And I think we need a lot more of that. If you guys are watching on YouTube as a highlight, oh, damn it. You better watch out, Jared.
So,
It's not good. It's not, you got
just
3 British dudes, and you're the American with no drinks in a bar. Get
get
out
going.
of there. Get,
All right.
Jared. Not representing America correctly. Not doing it, Jared. Not doing it. These poor British dudes. They need a proper brown, black and tan. Black and tan sounds really good.
That's
right
it?
now.
Damn.
It's a Bass and a Guinness, by the way. You guys should try it. No, you shouldn't. That's terrible. It's not good for you. I mean, the apple juice. The apple juice. All right. Now, we're going to have an after party. Thank you, Irritated. Woo, I'm coming in with the action. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Next time, it's gonna be glass.
Thank you so very much, Irritated. 5 community sub gifts. We appreciate that. If you're watching on YouTube, man, I hope you guys had a blast because we are going to the after party. So make sure that you are live. Don't forget that we have a Inside Star Citizen Review playlist with hundreds of highlights on the whole journey. So if you guys want to check that out, I think it's a cool trip down memory lane. And let's get to the after party, everybody, shall we? All right, YouTubes, bye. We're going to be partying it up on Twitch. Let's switch it on over.